It's homecoming season, baby, and we are on the campus of Alabama A&M. They call this Normal's Hill, Jay.
The hill is definitely jumping as we get ready to do what we do as we welcome you to the homecoming at Alabama A&M here on Black College Live.
Yeah, this is a Gimme 5 show with Jay Walker and Tiffany. Yeah. You gon' have to give me 5 fingers on it right now. Wait until they see the strength and hear the win. It's Black College Live. I'ma need 5 on it.
You watching
If they
Black
put
College
overtime
Live.
on it, lights out. You know how I run, this ain't for fun. I been going done, they be still trying to clone it. From FAMU to Grambling, I'm on it. Stand on it, Marching 100 how you want it. Before you see me blitz, might see a twist. They think it was a glitch, went from player to a owner. Now I just be doing what I wanna. Big body, I don't even need a sponsor. I be stacking comma at the comma. Kiss a guy with good karma. I get it different, I be working on my off day. Into that paper, I go underlay. I get it different, I be working on my off day. Into that paper, I gon' have to give me 5 fingers on it right now.
Yes, indeedy, we are surrounded.
What up, Bulldogs?
Bulldog Nation! Bulldog Nation! Yes. Not only is this Bulldog Nation, this is Black excellence.
Absolutely.
Surrounded
Give yourselves a
all
shout out. Y'all
around.
did a
Yes,
good job.
Indeed.
Do we
How's
have
it
any
feel?
Divine 9 in the house? Any Divine 9? Okay.
You know we got to shout out our Greek of the Week later in the show, Jay. We're going to hear from the Marching Maroon and White. We're going to talk about some of the great people who have touched this campus at Alabama A&M. But first, we like to start things off and talking about some of the HBCU headlines that people are talking about. And Jay, when you look at the FCS Top 25 poll, you see 2 HBCU teams sitting in that Top 25.
Yeah, not 1, but 2. Normally you only get one of the best HBCUs there, but you've got 2. North Carolina Central, the Eagles are soaring high. Quarterback Davius Richard appears to be back for them. They're one of the best teams in HBCU football, but they're also one of the best teams in the country, period. And then you talk about Florida A&M. The beat goes on down there in Tallahassee, one of the longest winning streaks in the country. Willie Simmons has the Rattlers ready to strike and make some noise.
All right, so we go over and we stay in the SWAC East and look at Jackson State as they made history in the T.C. Taylor era, the first female football player to suit up for the Tigers. Shout out to Leilani Armenta.
Absolutely, and everybody thought that once Coach Prime left Jackson State that we were going to stop talking about Jackson State. 1, they're still a very, very, very good football team. And 2, they're making history. Historical job there. Great job, T.C. Taylor.
So cool there because she's a freshman soccer player, and she went in for the injured Gerardo Beza, and she got to start up and go against the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. All right, so we asked last week, who was Morgan State? Now we're seeing a resurgence on the MEAC side from Norfolk State. I asked you,
we're going to find out who the Spartans are. Right now, they appear to be a very good football team. Head coach Dawson Odoms finally has the Spartans playing the way they wanted him to play when he came over from Southern University. Great non-conference victories. If they keep it up, Norfolk State may be a team to look out for and try and sneak into the Cricket Celebration Bowl.
All right, Jay, so we are at Alabama A&M, and funny thing is we were here last week on Thursday night as the Bulldogs took down Arkansas Pine Bluff. Now we're going to get ready for this Tuskegee A&M matchup for homecoming. I know fans around here are excited about that.
Here this week.
Uh-oh.
You cannot do that.
We're going to preview the matchup a little bit later in this one. However, we're going to welcome you to the Hill on the other side of the break as the SGA president will take us around the tour on the Hill. But let's hear from the Marching Maroon and White. Take us to break, band.
1920, an athletic league was formed and slowly became one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics. the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Today, the SWAC is looking towards the next century, growing, supporting, and transforming our intercollegiate sports activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence. Each SWAC member institution represents a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Time now for our Star Watch Player of the Week, and it's Alabama A&M defensive end Zarion Hayes. Hayes finished with a team-high 12 tackles, a game-high 2.5 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, 1 quarterback hurry, and a forced fumble in the win over Arkansas Pine Bluff. That forced fumble transpired on the last play of the game to help seal a 31-24 victory for Alabama A&M.
Don't forget to subscribe to our Black College Live YouTube channel and follow on these social platforms.
Here are this week's HBCU Power Rankings. Coming in at number 5, the Bears of Morgan State University. Time for the Bears to get on the right track, but they've proven they can beat some of the elite teams in college football. At number 4, moving up in a hurry, it's Behold, the Green and Gold of Norfolk State University. Impressive non-conference victories. Coach Dawson Odoms has the Spartans going in the right direction. At number 3, it's Jackson State University. T.C. Taylor keeps the Tigers in contention, and they're hoping to get a postseason berth. At number 2, the Rattlers of Florida A&M University. Willie Simmons has created a monster down there in Tallahassee, with their tough stretch coming up ahead as they go into the heart of conference play. And the number 1 team in HBCU football are the defending champions from a season ago. The Eagles of North Carolina Central University continue to soar after an impressive victory last week. They hope to continue to lead their cause. Not quite making it on the bubble, I still got faith in the Bison of Howard University, and Benedict is doing something special down there in Columbia, South Carolina.
Championship football, the exciting sounds of iconic marching bands, an HBCU family reunion, the Cricket Celebration Bowl, December 16th in the ATL, MEAC champion, SWAC champion, a rivalry matchup at one of the world's finest venues. The celebration starts early with the Coca-Cola fan experience and continues until an HBCU national champion is crowned. Mercedes-Benz Stadium is the place you'll want to be. For more information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com. A champion will rise.
Alabama, hey! A-A-M-U, University, A-A-M-U. Hey! Alabama, hey! A-A-M-U, University, A-A-M-U.
Hey! That's all I want to say is hey! We're back here at Alabama A&M. It's homecoming season, baby. Welcome back to Black College Live. Jay Walker, Tiffany Greene, and we are so happy to let you know about some of the wonderful things happening here on campus. Just to give you a behind-the-scenes look about how it all started, we listened to Mike Davis Jr., the SGA president, as he takes us around the campus of Alabama A&M.
Hello everybody, I am Mike Davis Jr., a senior civil engineering major from the capital city, also rich in history, Montgomery, Alabama. I'd like to welcome you all to the Hill. When you roll up to Norman, Alabama, we let you know how it all started. Our very own founder and his family were sold into slavery, right up under this bell tower. When slavery was over, he came back and founded our very university. Much respect to William Hooper Council, who founded Alabama A&M May 1st, 1875. Let me show you more about the Hill. Now, I told you I would show y'all the building that started it all, Carnegie Hall. Our founder, William Hooper Council, founded this very institution with this building, with 2 teachers, 60 students, and $1,000. The educator, minister, author, lawyer, and politician, he's buried right here on our very own campus. He passed away in 1909, and his wife soon after in 1910. This is Ernest L. Knight Complex, a suite-style dormitory for our upperclassmen students. Not only do they stay here, they can eat right here in their very own home, in Felisa Wilson Dining Hall. This is Louis Crews Stadium, home of the 2021 SWAC champions. This Saturday, at our homecoming game, will be Alabama A&M versus Tuskegee at 2 p.m. We're going to bring the beat down on them.
Shout out to Mike Davis Jr. and the cameraman, Cameron McKinney, for putting that package together. And Jay, we are on the block. So this is, Divine 9 Row, where all the plots are for the different organizations. The Quad, another popular spot on campus. But we also know the Gridiron is a very important place here on the campus of Alabama A&M.
You talk about some legends, and nobody's more legendary than Pro Football Hall of Famer John Stallworth. The commitment to excellence he instilled when he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers, he made the whole HBCU community proud. Then you talk about Robert Mathis, who I had an opportunity to cover when he was here, dominating football player. Howard Ballard, who played for the Buffalo Bills for so many years, offensive lineman, was good. And then I'm going to give a shout-out to a couple of my boys. You got to mention Fred Lester. I got you, Fred. And one person that will never let you not talk about him is Barry Wagner. He was an Arena League legend. Barry, I gave you a shout-out now. And I'm going to take it one step personal. You don't talk Alabama A&M football without talking about a legendary coach by the name of Bronski Towns. Bronski Towns coached the defense for years, one of the best people off the field as well. I see you, Coach.
And they're led now by Connell Maynor. And the question is, can the Bulldogs get it done against the Tuskegee Golden Tigers? Again, we'll tell you a little bit more about that later in the show. But, Jay, we talk about Greek of the Week. We talk about being on the block, ladies and gentlemen. And so now we'd like to introduce the Kappa Iota chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. We're shouting them out as our Greek of the Week.
Special thanks to our local sponsor, Fireside RV Rental. Need an RV? Look them up at www.firesidervrental.com. And as for Dathan.
This is where the formula ends and the magic begins. We take the mold, shake the mold, and break the mold. From late nights in the gym to later nights in the library, we grind. Because if you think greatness is a game, think again. Here, nothing shines unless we all do.
Don't forget to subscribe to our Black College Live YouTube channel and follow on these social platforms.
Here we go! Let's go, let's go, let's go, Bulldogs! Here we go! Let's go, let's go, let's go, Bulldogs! Here we go! Let's go, let's go, let's go, Bulldogs! Here we go! Let's go, let's go!
All right, we are back here. They call it Normal, Alabama, right outside of Huntsville. But right now, we're on Normal Hill. Jay Walker, Tiffany Greene, welcome back to Black College Live. And Jay, I'm going to just jump right into it. There is no need to, try to skirt around it. This is the segment that we all look forward to. I do every week just to hear Jay's Give me five.
And we always say it's Jay's Give me five. So I need some crowd participation. Let me know if I got it right. Okay? These are the 5 things you must have in order to have not a good, but a great homecoming. 5 homecoming musts. Coming in at number 5, you got to have a tailgate. And down here, y'all do some really good underrated barbecue down in Alabama. I want you to know, underrated barbecue is really good. Number 4, the 4th thing you have to have in order to have a great homecoming is you got to sell it out. You got to pack the place. I need it packed. Number three, you need to party, and you need to party some more during homecoming week. Number 2, you have to have a little star power. And when my man DJ Envy showed up, that let me know y'all got it. Y'all got a little star power. 8-ball MJG, the versus battle, you got to have star power. And the number one thing, and this is most important, the number one thing you have to make it a great homecoming, you got to win the game.
Yeah.
You got to win the game.
Yeah.
You have to win the game. If you don't win the game, don't party. And then on the bubble, after partying so much for that weekend, I think some people really enjoy the Sunday brunch.
Oh, yeah.
The Sunday brunch.
All right.
That's
all right.
my thing.
Did he get it right? What y'all think about that?
Okay.
He did a really good job. Jay, I like your list. And
Okay.
I'm just going to chime in with my 2 cents.
Tips 2 cents.
All right, tips 2 cents. I like the reunion. It's a family reunion when you
okay.
come back to homecoming. You see your classmates, your friends, and they are like family. And secondly, I love to see the homecoming fits.
The
I like
outfit, the
outfits.
fashion.
I got to see the
Okay.
fashion and see what's in style and what people are sporting, because you can be Alabama A&M from head to toe. You can be in maroon and white representing Bulldog Nation. Now, I'm going to take a point of personal privilege
Okay.
and step aside and see, A, did we get it right? And if there was anything else that maybe a member of the crowd would like to add to that.
I think that the marching band is up there
Oh,
with the
band.
football players.
Okay.
I love that. The marching band.
I got
Ever
it.
so important.
Okay.
Duly noted.
I missed that. But don't get used to it. I don't miss too often, all right? And that's why we call it Jay's Gimme 5.
All right, we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Black College Live, and follow us on our social platforms. We'll be back with more to preview the game between Tuskegee and Alabama A&M when we come back. It has never been more exciting to be a fan of HBCU marching bands, as ESPN's Band of the Year will debut this December. The championship will be the culmination of a season-long competition where bands' halftime performances will be ranked by a committee of marching band experts. 4 bands, the top 2 from Division I and Division II, will earn the right to compete for the national title in Atlanta on December 15th, the night before the Cricket Celebration Bowl. For more information, visit ESPNBandoftheYear.com.
This week on Alumni Spotlight, we're highlighting 2-time Alabama A&M graduate and American Idol winner, Ruben Studdard. Studdard grew up in Birmingham, Alabama, where he began fostering his love for music by singing in his church's gospel choir before attending Alabama A&M on a football scholarship. There he would major in music studies and sing in a local jazz and R&B band. In 2003, Studdard wowed audiences with his soulful sound on the second season of American Idol, where he was able to share his singing with audiences from around the world. Studdard would go on to win the contest, which launched the very successful music career of the Grammy-nominated artist, releasing multiple top 10 hit songs along with his chart-topping debut album, Soulful. Studdard embodies the true meaning of HBCU excellence.
Thanks to Badi Cross for our Alumni Spotlight.
All
Jay
right.
Walker, Tiffany Greene, that's Bulldog Nation behind us.
Bulldog Nation, okay.
Yeah, they said that bark's going to be loud against Tuskegee.
It needs to be.
Hey,
or
I'm
what
just
have I been
letting you know.
saying all week? It better be.
Oh, see, he
Better
wants
be.
to start trouble. We're not there to do that. But first, we have to look into a couple of big games this weekend, including Alabama A&M and Tuskegee. But first, let's look over in the SWAC West, and there's a really big one coming your way, the State Fair Classic in Houston.
Absolutely. And we call it the SWAC Wacky West because all those teams can win it. Basically, take a dartboard and throw it, and you can hit the team that could win it. Grambling taking on Prairie View in Dallas, Texas at the State Fair Classic. Everything says Prairie View's going to win this game, but it wouldn't be the Wacky SWAC West if Prairie View were going to win the game. So I think that Grambling is going to pull off the upset and make a Western Division even wilder.
All right, the Hugh Jacksons, G-Man, you're calling them. All right, Jay. Now we've got a preview, though. Alabama A&M hosting Tuskegee. Tuskegee coming in with an undefeated record, but the Bulldogs coming off a win last week.
I mean, that's the key. I think when you talk about HBCU football in the state of Alabama, Tuskegee don't like nobody. Tuskegee don't like nobody. They don't like Alabama State. They don't like Alabama A&M. Alabama A&M, we know Alabama A&M don't like Alabama State. But they better learn to respect Tuskegee and put some spec on their name. So the key is going to be this. The key is going to be this. If Alabama A&M wants to win the football game, they need to push Tuskegee around. They're the bigger football team. Establish a running game where the third quarter comes that Tuskegee wants to give it up. So since we're not calling the game this week, I can make a prediction. So I'm going to predict that. I'm going to
Be
predict.
careful. Everybody looking around like giving you the side eye. You better watch out.
Okay. I'm going to go with Alabama A&M. Okay.
It said going with who? Donovan Eaglin, Quincy Casey, Zarion Hayes, some of those playmakers we're going to see on both sides of the ball. But, Jay, you made your selection. However, there's someone who's very familiar to this campus, and Coach Chef Jay Martin joining us for the first time this season. Come on,
Coach Chef, come on
Chef.
board.
What's good? What's good?
Let me
Whoa.
Let me introduce you to Coach Chef, because what Coach Chef does, he not only picks the winner, but Coach Chef coached at Alabama A&M, won a championship for 13 years.
Yeah.
He's an alumnus of Tuskegee.
That's a conflict of interest right there.
But before we do that, tell us who you brought with you.
How about Jeremiah Bonds here? He's an all-star, one of the all-star running backs of Alabama A&M. He's a chef now, and he grills. He's one of the best grills in this side of the Mississippi. Jeremiah Bonds.
Give it up for Jeremiah. Let me see.
What's up, Jeremiah? What's the name of your business? We have to support. We love to support locally owned businesses. And so what's the name of your business?
Memphis Ribs Catering Company.
All right. So you brought all this goodness. See, I like the way you came on set. The entrance, Coach Chef, with Jeremiah Bonds and this wonderful spread that we'll share with the audience afterward. I love it. All right. So we got all the pleasantries out of the way. The question is, who's it going to be?
My heart goes with Tuskegee, but I'm a realist. I shoot straight. I shoot straight from the hip. I went 9-2 last year, and Alabama A&M. They were not.
All right.
Tuskegee were not. Tuskegee doesn't have the players, the horses to play them. They don't have the horses.
You heard from the coach. Your first prediction of the year. I'm sorry, my mouth was
See,
full.
just stop talking. Hey, look,
This is good.
Coach Chef,
Good.
we're going to see how that first prediction comes out. Once Jay finishes chewing, we're going to say thank you so much for tuning in to Black
Y'all
College
been
Live.
great here on the Hill.
We love the time here on the Hill. We appreciate you so much. From Norman, Alabama, we out.
Yeah. This is a Gimme 5 show with Jay Walker and Tiffany. Yeah. You gon' have to give me 5 fingers on it right now. Wait until they see the strength and hear the win. It's Black College Live, I'ma need 5 on it. If they put overtime on it, lights out. You know how I run, this ain't for fun. I been going done, they be still trying to clone it. From FAMU to Grambling, I'm on it. Stand on it. Marching